When an individual is abused by a narcissist, they experience a response that is distinct from other types of trauma. This response is triggered when the individual is subjected to abuse. These individuals have been through a range of traumatic situations, such as being impoverished, being involved in a vehicle accident, or being in a war. When I say other trauma survivors, I am referring to those individuals who have been through these experiences. Taking into consideration the fact that the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM, does not link the criteria for post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, with these specific occurrences, it is intriguing. In most cases, the disease is characterized by a number of symptoms, including but not limited to increased alertness, worry, tension, hyperarousal, nightmares, and flashbacks. Despite the fact that these symptoms are already present, they do not satisfy the diagnostic criteria set forth by the medical community. One thing that is particularly noticeable is the absence of symptoms like cognitive dissonance, trauma bonding, chronic self-doubt, and other signals that are of a similar kind. In today's session, we will investigate 5 symptoms that indicate the presence of post-narcissistic abuse stress disorder, NASD. In the event that you are interested in gaining further knowledge on this subject, kindly register before we begin. We are grateful that you are watching. Cognitive dissonance and the process of developing a connection with traumatic experiences. Individuals who have been mistreated by a narcissist are the only ones who experience trauma bonding and cognitive dissonance. These are 2 symptoms that are specific to these individuals. These symptoms include cognitive dissonance, which is one of them. It is common for those who have been abused by a narcissist to experience a wide range of emotions at the same time in relation to their experiences. Others who have been traumatized as a result of becoming a soldier or being involved in an accident are not the same as others who have experienced this. This dynamic of hot and cold generates a powerful and almost addictive relationship that makes it feel impossible to break out, despite the fact that you want to. This is because the relationship is so powerful and almost addictive. Because it causes an internal struggle that is evocative of an emotional tug-of-war within the individual. This is a big contributor to stress because it causes the individual to experience inner conflict. There are certain components of you that are able to cling to the nice memories, while the negative memories continue to creep up on you and afflict you. When you go through anything like this, you are left feeling confused and imprisoned in a cycle of treatment that is abusive. As a consequence of this internal conflict, you start to question not only your reality but also the person with whom you are actually engaging. 2. You have a hard time trusting both yourself and the people around you. You will not only lose trust in other people as a result of abuse from a narcissist, but you will also begin to question your own skills as a result of this situation. As a result of the narcissist, you start to question your own senses and your own worth, which in turn causes you to question what you truly believe, what you do, and what you think. As a consequence of this gaslighting, you have the sensation that you are not in touch with the genuine version of yourself. As an additional point of interest, the betrayal is not merely superficial. It starts with the act of love bombing and continues with falsehoods, broken vows, and a fake front. Because people are so dishonest, it is impossible to trust anyone, not just in love relationships but in every part of life. This is true not only in romantic relationships but also in other aspects of life. 3. A broad variety of mental and physical problems that are present across the board's entirety. The fact that you frequently have psychosomatic difficulties indicates that your body is a manifestation of the suffering that your mind does not like to acknowledge. Some of the symptoms that can be used to determine whether or not your body is feeling pain are gastrointestinal illnesses, irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, allergies, rosacea, acne, hives, inflammation of organs, autoimmune diseases, and a wide range of aches and pains. Should the strain that is being placed on your nerves continue to persist, it may result in numbness or problems with your eyes. In situations where medical specialists are unable to pinpoint a particular physical explanation for certain symptoms, they usually point to worry as the root of the symptoms. However, this scenario is a source of a great lot of stress. It is the result of living with a narcissist who is always being harmful to you. This circumstance is one that you have to cope with. This toxic environment causes injury to your body, and it is extremely evident to anyone who witnesses it that this atmosphere is harmful. 4. Having a habit of being by oneself all the time. Despite the fact that you are surrounded by people who are significant to you, you have a propensity to become quickly upset in large groups and crowds, which results in you experiencing feelings of isolation. You are no longer connected to yourself, and the narcissist's voice of misery has shattered all of your feelings, thoughts, joy, and happiness. Your connection to yourself has been severed. You shut down in order to keep yourself from being furious, and you blame yourself for everything in order to prevent yourself from experiencing any further emotional damage. This is not only a feeling of melancholy. Rather, it is a genuine fear of being provoked and a yearning for the ability to connect with other people due to the fact that it has been taken away from them. 5. Struggling to stop and think about the things that are going on. Persistent difficulty in ruminating is one of the most significant symptoms. The individuals who experience the freeze reaction are continuously questioning their own actions, asking what transpired, why they allowed it to take place, and how they could have been so naive. By forcing you to think about the same things over and over again, your mind is striving to make sense of the past and move on with your life. This is accomplished by the process of having you think about the same things. It is clear that you are carrying a tremendous lot of stress and sadness with you, as evidenced by the fact that you are able to notice this. For you to be able to break free of this cycle, it is essential for you to be in touch with your body, to take care of your feelings, and to let go of the memories and sensations that keep coming back to you. If you have been wronged by a narcissist, you will notice these 5 indications. Narcissists are known to exhibit these behaviors. It is possible that some of these have touched a nerve with you. Do any of these things make you feel more uneasy than you normally would? In that case, we would appreciate it if you could share your ideas with us in the comment box that is located below. The performance that took place today has now concluded. I am thankful that you paid attention to what I had to say. We will talk about this in a bit. As is customary, until that time arrives, allow the healing process to begin and proceed.